watch Patrick Mahomes. He shouldn't be able to do the things that he's doing because we've never seen anybody else do them. And I know that kind of, those kind of grandiose proclamations are hard to get your mind around for people. But, as someone who played with Deion Sanders and literally watched him do things that I'd never thought I'd see someone do before, I get the same feeling watching Patrick, talking to Patrick like I've talked to him, and continuing to watch him grow, that this guy's going to go down as one of the greatest individual players within the team context that we have ever seen.
Lewis.
Ever.
No one with sense would dispute what you're saying about Patrick Mahomes' greatness and what we will go down saying about him when all is said and done. But I must ask you a question, because when we're talking about him, we're not talking about results, guys. We understand that there's a whole bunch of components that come into the equation that dictate ultimate results. We're talking about his greatness as a talent. Are you sitting here with a straight face, Louis Riddick, and telling me you've never seen anybody like, you've never seen Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I do.
I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers.
Get him, Lou.
Patrick has a level of skill in his arm that is like go-go gadget-like. It's different, man. It's just flat out different. And I know this is a subjective thing, right? There's no way to really quantify this as to who has more arm talent. You can't put him on some kind of machine and measure his arm talent next to Aaron's, next to John Elway's, who I played against, Dan Marino's, who I played against, all these guys. This guy, though, is different. And I think people, his peers, present day and guys who played before him, would tell you the same thing. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that. And
let me throw this in. Let me throw this in. Because I will defer. I will openly defer to you. You know better than me. I got that. But I
it's subjective.
that question. A successful quarterback throwing to himself. Clayton and Mark Super Duper were his targets. I mean, it was something special to behold. And we know that Dan Marino couldn't scramble, but we know he could fling the football. I'm looking at Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and I'm just saying to myself, if I'm going to say what you say about Patrick Mahomes, Max, Lewis, what I always say to myself, away from y'all, just sitting at home watching, is this. If Aaron Rodgers was throwing the football to them, would he look worse?
Well, let me flip it.
I don't think so.
Let me flip it around.
Sure.
Let me flip it around because I do get this. I get this point, if this is the point, Stephen A. Michael Jordan came around. We've never seen anything like him. I thought by the time his third full season, right, because he got hurt his second year, that's the greatest player of all time. I don't know why people weren't admitting it at the time. He should have won the MVP every year. I mean, Larry Bird knew it, and he was the champion of basketball at the time. He was the MVP, and he was like, that dude's better than me.
God and Jim
But Bird didn't play like Jordan. You're right. Bird didn't play like Jordan. I was a little kid. I was like, oh, my God, I hate Larry Bird. I'm a Knicks fan. But who's ever going to be better than that? And then Jordan came along. The difference with Mahomes is there was a dude who is very similar to him who'd come along named Aaron Rodgers. There's no two ways about that. That is a difference. Rodgers is closer to Mahomes than anyone was to Jordan at the time he played. But could you imagine Mahomes on that Green Bay team this year in the red zone before the end of the first half going 0 for 3, and they have to kick a field goal? Could you imagine him at the end of the game seeing daylight, not running, and missing a receiver? Mahomes has the extra element to me that Rodgers doesn't, that gunslinger thing that Favre had, that extra little juice that makes you believe at all times his team is going to win because they have him. He's like, I keep saying, Favre and Rodgers had a baby. It's all the best qualities of each without any of the drawbacks.
But what makes me uncomfortable with that is that we act like Patrick Mahomes has been perfect all the time. We watched the Super Bowl last year, and I hate talking about it because I know how great and phenomenal he is, and I think he's great for the NFL. He's great for the world of sports. Great guy, great team leader. great talent, the whole bit. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just not going to throw any shade on Aaron Rodgers in that regard. And I'm looking at Patrick Mahomes for the first 3.5 quarters of the Super Bowl last year. He looked incredibly normal. It's not like everything he touches is gold every second. He overcomes a lot of things, but he does find himself in situations where he's been less than stellar, just like the greats, like Aaron Rodgers and others have. That's all I'm saying. And I look at Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Yeah. You give me Aaron Rodgers with those brothers, and I don't see different results. I just don't see it.
Okay.
That's me, Lewis. That's me, Lewis.
Can't throw and catch the passes, and we all talent. I think his impact on this game, on our game, on football, the way we love it, is going to be maybe greater than maybe any player we've ever seen. Because of just how special and unique his individual talent is. And that's what Michael did for basketball.